Good evening once again, ladies, genderqueers, goths, and gamers. I'm Mary Jane Blank, and I welcome you back to Gish. The goo ball game where you play a goo ball, and I do not remember. You have a bunch of goo ball abilities. You can slime, you can get hard. Basically, you can get hard, you can get slimy, or you can get prickly. And you can do them all simultaneously as well, but the effect is, I don't really know what the effect of being hard, slimy, and prickly are simultaneously in Gish, that is. I actually get hard, slimy, and prickly simultaneously all the time. I need to shave my crotch again. I have a real unruly genitals. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's my favorite, like, alright. That's my favorite, like, okay, I've revealed too much, I'm gonna stop. That's all I'm gonna say about that. From Forrest Gump. Forrest Gumps. Fortress Gumpus. Fortress Gumpman. Fortress Gumpany. Oh, go to my hell. Whoa! How did that happen? Uh-oh. I didn't start that. Well, okay. That's life, I guess. Grrr. I'm mean. Look at my Gish face. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Hell yeah. You want a piece of this? That's right, you don't. You will simply be decapitated. Key-dapicated. Oh, fuck, dude. I can't. Spoonerisms can go way too far. Let's just say some letters are never meant to be swapped in English. I can't speak for other languages, obviously, but for English, oh, absolutely. It can go wrong quickly. Yeah, no, don't spoonerize with your bunt cake. There you go. Okay, I hate that they whisper secret. Can I just repeat how much I hate that? Yar, yar. Yar, I be Gish pirate. That's not true. I actually purchased this game. I just purchased it like 10 years ago. Or not 10 years ago. It's interesting, though. It's sort of sad to consider how everything is temporary, right? Like, I've been on Steam since 2007? Yeah, since fall. No, yeah, fall 2007. Absolutely. So I've been on Steam since fall 2007. Right. And it's 2020. Wow. Like, since fall 2007. So, like, close to, like, 12 years. Right. Let's just say 12 and a half for drama's sake. So, I don't know, I just think about that sometimes, like, it can't be around forever, for nothing is. You know? And it's absolutely sad to think about, but then again, the comforting side of this is that that fate isn't unique to anything, and like it's possible that like, oh come on, oh come on, why, why? It's possible that like whatever causes the end of Steam might be catastrophic, so might not be the worst thing that happens. Oh my god. Whoa! Oh, other way. Oh my god, I'm like hearing things. This thing is making me. Oh no, this isn't making me hallucinate. I like when it's like so superfluous too. It's like, nah, I didn't even care. You're not even on my gooey radar. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like this is like, okay, so like this is another game that like I really would have loved as a kid, because like when I was 5 years old, my favorite television show was MTV's own postmodern metalheads. Fuck, Beavis and Butthead. And that was my favorite show. And it's really funny because like there were a lot of things as a kid that gave me a really false impression of my own importance and my own like maturity. Like going to a going to a private school and like realizing that it was like special, like being told explicitly, you know, that it's like special, and so I felt that way. I was like, yeah, I felt like, I'm like, okay, I bet I'm learning more than I would be otherwise. I definitely was like elitist as a kid, unfortunately. Absolutely. It definitely took me a bit to learn that out, to learn that out. It's really interesting to like dissect these elements themselves, because it's like I think like the way I can kind of think about like yeah, I can like not whoa. Not necessarily like, yeah, just sort of ways you can describe it, you know. It's kind of the same effect. Okay. I bet that friend is totally gonna come after my goopy balls. I don't know why I call Gish a goo ball. I guess Gish is a ball. I mean liquid, right? And thus, you know, is the shape of the container that it's in. It's the shape of the area, and then the gas is the volume. This is where you get artists talking about science, where like, so like, I really want to like get things right when I write about them, not unintentional pun. But the thing about it is, it's really more like, I kind of go for plausible technobabble. You know what I mean? I kind of write like, it's slightly more like sense than technobabble, but it's not much more, you know? Because it's like, okay, you know, okay, you can extrapolate this. Oh, butters. I was gonna say, that's a benefit of being interested in, like, space and space travel and having a brother who's in, whoops. Who works at JPL as an engineer, but then I realized he was in college. He started college when I was born. Like, I think perhaps the influence goes the other way around. You know? Absolutely. It's absolutely like he was learning engineering and like living at home while I was like forming, object permanence. And yeah, the mirror recognition stage. Uh, and all that shit. And that was when I was learning social skills as well. Like, basically, I immediately became too clever for my own fucking good. How fucking sad is that? Okay. Speaking of which, the fuck do I do here? Okay, what if I weigh it down? What does that do? Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, so if you jump hard enough, you can sort of detach. Fuck. This is hard. I'm not gonna lie. This is very difficult. This is a challenge. Whoville. Novel. Oh, I survive. That's correct. I died. Damn, the last 2 minutes felt like 10 minutes. So I'm because I'm recording. Oh my fucking god. Alright, there we go. Oh, fuck yo! Fuck yo! Let's go! It never gets old for me yet. It never gets old yet. Never yet. That's kind of what never real means. Because, for whatever reason, I don't understand, like, the necessity for absolutism. Like, I've heard one, like, there's one study of it that's like, people with depression use a lot of absolutist statements. So it's like, not necessarily negative self-talk, because people with... You can have low self-esteem without having clinical depression, essentially. But, part of depression is this very, like, absolutist fixed mindset of, like, oh, I'll always be XYZ, I'll never amount to anything and whatever. All this negative self-talk and shit. And, unfortunately, so I've been told, like, I could be a good therapist, but unfortunately, like, most of what I know is from experience, and so, which is kind of interesting to think about. I have a weird amount of experience. I actually have a lot of experience, holy shit. Like, fuck, okay, so my 20s was actually a little bit, like, preparing me to be a therapist in a stupid way. So dumb. Because, one of the reasons I would be a good therapist is that I don't hold people's mental illnesses against them. I don't think that, I don't judge people for their mental illness, and, in my 20s, I was, like, very much more, like, like, an apologist, so, like, But the problem with that is that's a huge problem uh, with things like PTSD, or like if you have kind of conflicting neuroses. See, that's something you gotta really talk about. If your neuroses are too conflicting, because then you're just like constantly uh, uh, like it's just constantly coming into conflict because of that. No. But this is not a conversation most people could have, probably. And to be honest, too, from like having some of these experiences and getting self-diagnosed or diagnosed by my ex, who ended up doing some really fucked up things, and so it puts that into perspective. Whoa, hello, wahoo! Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Great. Oh my god. Wow, okay, sorry. I'm just like in my own head because I'm having some like really intense revelations. Like things are just sort of adding up, and like am figuring shit out, and it sucks. It's again one of those wisdom mass things. The more you know, the more you know, you don't know. The less you know. The more you know, the less you understand. Or the more you understand, the less you realize you actually know. That, like, that's my favorite thing, is that, like, our understanding of the universe is rudimentary. It's amazing. Like, I love it. We are barely we are barely children in the cosmos. And the shit we're getting is so fucking cool. Ugh, fuck yeah. Sorry, I love space. I love the possibilities. Okay, so I'm not like a math person. Don't do math, kids. Okay, well, do math if you want to, but I don't really like math, except for there's this explanation of like the dimensions and how there's a way of explaining dimensions that makes it really kind of simple. And like, so it's like a method of understanding something that we otherwise cannot understand. So like, excuse me, essentially that like, you take an example of a second dimensional object like a square, right? It's made up of 4 first dimensional objects, 4 lines, right? So then a cube is made up of a third dimensional cube. It's made up of 6 squares, and so you just add 2, essentially. So that means that a 4th dimensional hypercube or tesseract or whatever you want to call it is made up of 8 cubes. And like whatever that would look like I've kind of tried to imagine it as like so imagine you have a it's the size of a box, right? Like imagine you have a 4th dimensional cardboard box, and you write an X on the side, and then you flip the box over, and you examine it from every side without touching it, And, like, it's completely blank on every side. Because every single side is a completely three-dimensional box. It's made up of 8 three-dimensional boxes. Like, I don't really understand how to, like, comprehend it, but... Shit. And it would make, so, like... A fourth-dimensional object would have a three-dimensional shadow. However, a fourth-dimensional object would also cut into the third dimension with, like, a three-dimensional, like, shape. It would just be, like, totally, it would just be, like, totally indistinguishable from what the real shape was. You know? It would be, like, but that said, like, no way to know what it would look like. Oh, wow. First time I ever did this. And so, like, it's totally possible that things in our mundane life, complete level motherfuckers, have existences on these higher dimensionalities that we cannot perceive. But there's no way to know. Sorry. Unless we get, like, a fourth dimensional converter, which, what would that mean? No fucking clue. Like, what is that even? Nope. I don't know. Oh, come now. I have to actually fight? I thought Gish was above fighting at this point in the narrative. Oh, shit. Oh, hello. Well, good. I'm glad that I survived long enough to realize that I'm dead. Oh, good. Beautiful. Let's just go into the marinara sauce. Hell yeah! Just Mario'd that asshole. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, what? I'm dead. And it's funny, too, because, like, okay, basically, so you have to, so part of the reason, whoa, fuck, because, like, I'm not really, I would actually, like, this is actually really weird, the way I feel, I used to feel really radical because I compared myself to liberals and conservatives, you know, to the basic moderates of American society. That's what they're called here, is liberals and conservatives. Whoa! Fuck. But then I learned more about, like, the rest of the world, and, like, I feel like I feel some, whoa, shit, what did I just do? Okay. I feel more affinity, like, not for, like, basically, yeah, I feel like I have sort of a goal which is definitely one thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have to jump. Motherfucker. Okay. Anyway. Wahoo! Nice. So yeah, like, I basically what I'm saying is that, like, it has not, my beliefs have not become more centrist or moderate. they've actually become more radical over time. But, um, woo! But, I don't know. Ah! So weird. Life is strange. I used to be... Wahoo! Wahee! Yahoo! Wahoo! There we go. Now we're in business. Whoa! Oh no! Don't like that! What the fuck? Cool. Oh shit! No! Holy crap! It keeps going, shit! Hell yeah! Oh no! The fuck? Am I supposed to... Oh, fuck off! Oh my god, and I'm still only at 24 minutes. Shit! Wait, am I really at 24? 26, okay. Okay, I'm gonna make it to half an hour. As grueling as it is, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I just laid out, like... So anyway, essentially what I'm saying is that, so, some people really plant their flags in a particular position, especially depending on who they compare themselves to. And it's important to recognize, yeah, it's actually important to recognize basically when somebody is like, because like there's sometimes when some people are really useful. Whatever. I don't know. Fuck. Whoa! When this shit starts to really get into like realpolitik, it starts getting really dark. So, like, it's better to try to just sort of continue to sort of treat each other like people. Which is why I actually I really like boring a lot of the time. Boring is sincere to me. You know? Okay. Ooh! Sometimes. Okay. 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 I think I like how, like, simple it is there. Fudge. I did not do it. Fail. Fuck. Yeah, all that to say that, like, could I support something like a anarcho-communist utopia? Of course. That would be probably my top. And then, like, I kind of more regularly end up tending toward anarcho-socialism, which is really just the kind of, like, moderate... Like, socialism is pretty much just the moderate belief between communism and capitalism, of just kind of like, okay, like, is there a way we can, like, is there a way we can do both? Is there a way that, like, everyone can be appeased? It's kind of it is kind of what, like, social democracy is like, okay, is there a way that, like, fuck. And actually, that's really, our terrible system. We have just, like, a liberal democracy. I don't know what what else you could call America, America's system. Um, I think it's a, you know, yeah, a corporatocracy, a little bit. I think that there's definitely, uh, like, shit. Policies are to the benefit of the wealthy first, and to anybody else second. And that is why Bernie Sanders, who is just basically, again, a moderate compared to socialists and communists, is considered radical in the United States. Like, I don't know at what point it becomes a conservative. Fuck. Because we're not theocratic yet. I mean, we've got still freedom of religion. And that's where... this is where I still end up appreciating. So I'm no longer an asshole atheist. You know, I think that religion can be fine, and, like, there are ways that in which you can be manipulated by religion, but, like, any belief can kind of be used in the same way, and it's just the scale. But point being, well, but I still appreciate, there's some things that asshole. Oh man, I can't leave this vague because shit. Because asshole atheists have gone too far, way too far, reactionary, too far, and it's like, how can I even describe my, like, atheistic philosophy in regards to, like, these people? I don't know. That's why I like using Satanism as a jumping off point, because it's so aspiritual. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my bizarre philosophical ramblings. If you have, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and enjoy your life.